Did you know that spraying alcohol on your bed can attract money or curse your luck for months? Most people do it the wrong way and unknowingly shut down their own fortune. What I'm about to show you is a little-known ritual rooted in ancient traditions that turns your entire home into a magnetic field for abundance. It all starts with 3 hidden points and a single, aligned intention. But there's a catch. If you do it at the wrong moment, the field closes. So before anything else, type in the comments, "I activate the energy of abundance now." This isn't superstition. It's a silent, energetic pact, one your body understands, your home feels, and the universe responds to. The first hidden place is the most ignored of all, your hallway. It's like an energetic vein through which prosperity flows. And if it's blocked, your financial life is blocked too. Stop and look at it for a moment. That hallway connecting the rooms in your home might seem like nothing more than a passageway, but energetically, it's an artery. Everything you attract in life passes through it. Money, ideas, opportunities, messages, solutions. If your hallway is cluttered, dark, dirty, or energetically heavy, prosperity gets stuck halfway. It's like a road under construction. Nothing reaches you. That's why the first step is simple but powerful. Clear the hallway. Remove the excess. Then spray alcohol from one end to the other in a straight, slow line while mentally repeating, "Prosperity flows through here without obstacles." This ritual activates the energetic passage of your home, but it also unblocks invisible pathways in your vibrational field. Alcohol, when sprayed with intention, acts like a conductor of light. It dissolves emotional knots, clears dense thoughts, and opens space for the new. You'll feel it instantly. The air shifts. It gets lighter. That stuck, stagnant feeling starts giving way to a quiet excitement, as if something is approaching, even if you don't know what. To understand the power of this, listen to what happened to Daniel. He had been unemployed for 8 months, tried everything, sent out resumes, reached out to old contacts, took courses. Nothing worked. When he saw this ritual for the first time, he tried it, even though he didn't fully believe in it. He cleaned the hallway, sprayed the alcohol, repeated the phrase softly. He felt slightly dizzy, as if his body were recalibrating. That same week, 2 job offers appeared. One from a company that had rejected him months earlier. The other from a friend who didn't even know he was looking. Coincidence? Maybe. But how do you explain the feeling he had that night, right after doing the ritual? According to Daniel, he went to bed sensing that something inside the house had awakened, as if a movement had begun, silent but certain. And that's only the first point. Now imagine, if the hallway represents the pathway of energy, what place represents the center, where energy concentrates, rotates, intensifies? A vortex. The next point is the energetic heart of the home, and almost no one realizes what it holds. Since the time of the old alchemists, alcohol was known as liquid fire. They believed it didn't just cleanse, it dissolved invisible blockages and awakened the money energy sleeping in your walls. Alchemy was never truly about turning lead into gold. That's the surface metaphor. The real gold was the awakening of dormant energy in the body and in the environment. They understood that everything carries a frequency. Objects, furniture, corners of a home, even the silence between breaths. And alcohol. For them, it was one of the most sacred elements. Not the alcohol of intoxication, but alcohol as a purifying essence, joining invisible fire with subtle water. When sprayed with intention, it cleans not only the material, but the thoughts clinging to it. You've probably walked into a place that looked clean, but felt heavy, as if the air were dense, even with windows open. That's unresolved energetic build-up, unfinished arguments, repeated frustrations, the vibration of scarcity echoing in the walls. The ancient masters knew this, and that's why they used alcohol as a ritual of release. They called it the spirit of cleansing, because they believed that as it evaporated, it carried away not just physical residue, but emotional imprints stored in the environment. This is why this ritual isn't superstition. It's ancestral energetic science. And here's where things get more serious. Everything you feel about money gets absorbed into your home. Anxiety, guilt, shame, fear of failing, frustration over what didn't work out. These emotions create real blockages, like invisible stones on the path of prosperity. And alcohol, when activated with intention, works like a solvent that dissolves them. Picture this. Every spray you release, every mindful movement you make, works like an energetic password, a combination that unlocks hidden forces that were there the whole time, just asleep. And more than that, your home responds. It's as if it starts breathing differently. You might even hear a soft creak in the wood, a faint hiss from nowhere, or a gentle draft where there shouldn't be wind. Don't be scared. Those are signs of energetic decompression. Many spiritual traditions, from feng shui to shamanism, from hermetic teachings to old Appalachian cleansing rituals, speak about the importance of activating your home so it cooperates with your intentions. A home with stagnant energy is like a body without a soul. But an activated home becomes a living organism, one that protects you, supports you, and pushes you forward. That's why the alcohol you're holding, simple, clear, nothing fancy, is more than a flammable liquid. It's an ancient spiritual key. And when used in the right places, the ones we're working on now, it turns your entire home into a real manifestation hub. But nothing compares to the next activation point, because it isn't in your walls or your hallways. It's in the heart of the place where everything pulses, and where your relationship with money is decided every single day. The second magnetic point is the heart of your home, the center of your living room. That's where every conversation, emotion, and thought about money accumulates. And without you realizing it, that center may be vibrating scarcity, fear, and blockage. Imagine your living room right now, not as a room, but as an hidden altar, a convergence point. Everything spoken there, bills, worries, hopes, quiet frustrations, even that whispered, "I don't think we'll make it this month," stays. It vibrates. It circulates. The center of the living room isn't just empty space. It's the energetic balance point of your home. It behaves like the gravitational center of your material life. When it's neglected or energetically heavy, it creates a silent collapse in money energy. But when it's activated, it becomes a catalyst, almost like a spiritual power station for abundance. That's why this point must be awakened with a sacred gesture. Grab your alcohol bottle, stand in the exact center of the room, take 3 deep breaths. Now, with your arm extended, spray the alcohol into the air, drawing an invisible cross, first horizontally, then vertically. Do it with firm intention, with presence. And while the vapor dissolves around you, visualize a golden light expanding from your feet outward, filling the walls, the ceiling, the floor, the entire room with living energy. Repeat, mentally, with focus. From here, my prosperity multiplies in every direction. This phrase is a spiritual command. It isn't symbolic. It literally instructs the energy of the environment to vibrate in expansion, in growth, in movement. You're coding the air around you with a new abundance pattern. The more you feel it, the more real it becomes. What once felt invisible starts showing up in real, physical ways. An unexpected payment, a business idea out of nowhere, a connection you didn't even know you needed. Sophia's story is living proof. For months she felt stuck, talented, hard-working, running her own small business. But everything had slowed down. She practiced this ritual for 7 days. At first, nothing happened. But on day 4, her husband, who had been trying to close a contract for months, received a surprise bonus at work. 2 days later, her social media began blowing up with orders. Products that had been collecting dust sold out in hours. But You know what she said changed the most? The air in her living room. According to Sophia, it was like the room had gained a glow. Even her plants looked happier. Visitors, without knowing anything, started saying, "Wow, something feels different in here." That's the power of the center. When you unlock the core, everything around it starts spinning differently. But now we need to talk about the most delicate point of all, the one that holds your most intimate energy, the place where you lie down, close your eyes, and let your subconscious take over. This is where the true secret of silent money lives. Under your mattress. Yes, the place where you sleep holds everything you feel about money, and if that space is loaded with fear, scarcity, or anxiety, your prosperity won't grow, not while you're awake and not while you sleep. Sounds exaggerated? Then listen, your body spends 1/3 of your life sleeping, and during sleep, the conscious mind turns off, but the subconscious wakes up. This is the moment where everything's soaked into your bedroom, the walls, the objects, your clothes, and especially your mattress, connects directly to the most vulnerable part of your energy field, your subconscious. You can say affirmations all day long. You can work hard, stay optimistic, hustle, grind, try to keep your mindset right. But if every night you fall asleep inside an energetic field filled with unresolved emotions, debt-related thoughts, frustration, or old wounds around money, all of that keeps looping like an invisible record while you dream, and it blocks your prosperity at the root. That's why this third ritual is the most intimate and the most powerful. Here's what you're going to do. Go to your bed, kneel beside it, and with your bottle of alcohol in hand, spray the four corners of your mattress, creating an invisible square of cleansing. Do it slowly, with awareness. And as you spray, repeat mentally, "While I sleep, my prosperity grows." Now stop. Breathe. Imagine a golden light rising from underneath the mattress, moving through your body, forming a spiral above your head, as if a protective field were being activated, as if the place where you rest were turning into an incubator for financial miracles. This simple gesture begins to reprogram your sleep. You sleep differently, you wake up lighter, ideas begin arriving more clearly, and money, it starts showing up in unexpected ways because your vibrational field is finally clean and receptive. And that's exactly what happened to Ricardo. He had chronic insomnia, barely slept, always woke up exhausted, and spent his days unfocused. His business, once successful, started sinking. Bills piling up, ideas going nowhere, constant discouragement. When he saw this ritual, he tried it. He didn't expect much. But that very night, he slept deeply for the first time in months. And the next morning, he woke up with a clear head, as if something heavy had been lifted. During breakfast, a new product idea popped into his mind. Within a week, he launched it. And in less than a month, he was earning enough to pay off everything, with room to spare. And it all started right there, under the mattress. This point isn't just about where you rest. It's the place where you surrender the most, where your defenses drop, where everything inside you connects to everything around you. If that field is dirty, you live blocked. If it's activated, you become a clean channel for money to flow. Now that all 3 points are open, you're ready to bring them together into one complete ritual, powerful, ancient, and activating. But be careful. If you do it the wrong way, you can break the entire effect. Now that you've activated the 3 power points in your home, it's time for a warning, because there are 4 mistakes that, if made, can not only cancel everything you just did, but also pull even more scarcity into your life. Yes, the ritual is simple, accessible, and works quickly when done correctly. But it's also sacred, and anything sacred requires respect, presence, and awareness. This isn't a game. It's not a magic trick for entertainment. It's a spiritual technology, and like all technology, it responds precisely to how it's used. Mistake number 1, doing the ritual without belief. This might be the most common mistake. If you go through the motions, say the words, make the gestures, but deep down you're doubting everything, the ritual empties out. Energy doesn't move with action alone. It moves with intention. It's like trying to start a fire by stacking wood without a flame. You have the structure, but no spark. Belief doesn't need to be religious, but it must be sincere. There has to be an authentic desire for transformation, an internal yes. If you're doing this out of curiosity or skepticism, it's better to stop now, because instead of attracting, you're just repeating another empty attempt. And the universe gives you exactly what you offer, nothing. Mistake number 2, overdoing it. Yes, excess destroys balance too. Some people, once they feel the first signs of prosperity, get tempted to repeat the ritual every day, several times a day, spraying alcohol everywhere like more is better. But energy doesn't respond to force. It responds to rhythm, not desperation. Overdoing it creates disharmony in the field. It's like shouting inside a silent temple. Instead of activating the energy, you start overwhelming it. And instead of flowing, the energy begins to resist. Do the ritual at the right time. Honor the 7-day activation, then quiet down. Give space for the unseen to work. Mistake number 3, using the same alcohol you use for everyday cleaning. This one is subtle, but extremely powerful and dangerous when ignored. If you're spraying the same rubbing alcohol you use to clean your bathroom sink, wipe down mirrors, or remove stains from your countertops, you're mixing the sacred with the ordinary, and that breaks the field. The alcohol used in this ritual needs to be set apart. A dedicated bottle, consecrated, in your own way. Even if it's the same chemical formula, what transforms it is the intention placed on it. By separating it from your everyday supplies, you send a clear message to the universe. This is special, and the universe responds in direct proportion to the respect you show. Keep this bottle in a reserved place. Don't lend it. Don't refill it with everyday use alcohol. Don't grab it to clean your kitchen or your kids' sneakers. Turn it into an object of power, and you'll notice it starts to feel different. Sometimes even the smell seems to shift. Mistake number 4, speaking negatively about money within 24 hours of the ritual. Unfortunately, this is the one people ignore the most. Many finish the ritual and just a few hours later are already saying things like, "Money doesn't grow on trees. With what I make, saving is impossible. I knew it wasn't gonna work." These phrases are commands, self-sabotage spells, and each one works like a mental and energetic lock. When you speak poorly about money, even as a joke, even venting, you're blowing out the flame you just worked to ignite. So for the next 24 hours after the ritual, protect your words like you're shielding a candle from the wind. Speak carefully, think clearly, and if you can't say something positive, choose silence. Respectful silence holds more power than 1,000 wrong words. These 4 mistakes are not punishments. They're frequency misalignments. Just like an instrument needs tuning to play the right note, your ritual needs to vibrate at the exact tone. If you honor this sacred space with awareness, presence, and reverence, what comes next will be even stronger. Because now it's time to bring everything together, the 3 points, the elements, the intention, and the final seal, the complete ritual, the true energetic gateway to abundance. But there's a detail. This ritual can only be done at specific moments, and it must be sealed with an invisible symbol almost no one knows. Now that you know the 3 points and you've unlocked each one, it's time to unite them. This is the full ritual, an energetic seal that turns your home into a continuous field of wealth attraction. But listen closely. If even one element is missing, the cycle doesn't close. Everything you've done so far, the hallway, the center of the living room, the mattress, open channels, created movement, unblocked pathways. But this is still loose flow, open energy, circulating without an anchor. without a fixed heart holding the vibration day and night. That's where the complete ritual comes in. This final step fuses the three acts into one cohesive field, pulsing constant prosperity, like a small sun hidden inside your home. A silent generator of abundance that never stops radiating. Here's what you'll need: a glass jar with a lid, simple is fine, as long as it's clear and clean. A small handful of uncooked rice, symbol of plenty and multiplication. 3 coins, any value, but clean. They represent the trinity of prosperity: inflow, holding, and growth. A cinnamon stick or a pinch of ground cinnamon, expansion and magnetism. And of course, the alcohol, your liquid fire. Now assemble the ritual this way. Place the rice at the bottom of the jar. This is your fertile base, the vibrational soil. Then place the 3 coins, one in the center, the other 2 crossed over it like a star. Next, sprinkle the cinnamon on top, or place the cinnamon stick standing upright like a central totem. And finally, pour the alcohol until everything is covered. Seal the jar. Hold it with both hands. Now shake it 3 times. Each shake is a mental command. With this liquid fire, I clear the pathways of money. With this liquid fire, I activate the field of abundance. With this liquid fire, I keep prosperity alive in my home. Now pause. Hold the jar firmly, breathe, and place it somewhere high in your home. A shelf, the top of a cabinet, or any elevated spot you rarely touch. It needs to see the house from above, to stand watch. Height symbolizes energetic authority. Leave the jar there for 7 days, not 6, not 8, 7. During this time, don't open it, don't move it, just let it work. You might notice small things shifting, a lighter vibe in the house, little inconveniences solving themselves, a sudden intuition guiding you toward a new choice. It's all part of the process. After the 7th full day, take the jar down, open it slowly, take a deep breath, and give thanks. Now go to a place with real soil, a potted plant, your backyard garden, or even a small patch of earth near your home. Bury the contents, the rice, the cinnamon, the energy of the ritual, all of it. The earth is the final seal. By burying it, you're saying, I release and I trust, and the universe understands, but the coins, those you don't bury. Before closing the jar, remove the 3 coins, clean them, and keep them as a personal talisman. One goes in your wallet, another in the drawer where you keep financial documents or bills, and the 3rd anywhere money flows or circulates in your life. These coins now carry the signature of your activated field. You can repeat this ritual every 30 days, never sooner, never in a rush. And remember, the jar is a symbol. It's not about the object itself. It's about the gesture, the intention, the spiritual alignment you build with each step. The more presence you bring, the stronger the field becomes. And the more your reality begins to shift. In the days that follow, you may feel changes, emotions rising, unexpected movement in your life, situations rearranging themselves. That's the sign your home is responding. The field has been touched. Something new is being born. But there's still one last secret, a final element that can multiply the power of the alcohol tenfold. An ingredient almost everyone has forgotten, but that ancient masters used quietly to create long-lasting fields of wealth. Write in the comments, abundance is already mine. This isn't just a phrase, it's the final confirmation, the verbal seal. Your declaration to the unseen that you're no longer asking, you're claiming. Now that you know the 3 sacred spots, performed the rituals, and sealed everything with the prosperity jar, something has already shifted. You might not see it clearly yet, but inside your home, and inside you, a new field has been activated. These rituals aren't for people looking for quick magic without presence. They're for those ready to break the cycle and step into flow. And if you've made it this far, it's because something inside you knows you can't keep living with blocked finances. If this video resonated with you, give it a like. But more importantly, share it with someone who needs to unlock their energy too, because when you spread prosperity, it always comes back multiplied. And if you want to go deeper, subscribe. Because in the next video, I'll reveal the secret ingredient the ancients used to amplify the power of alcohol up to 10 times. Very few people know it, but once you activate it, you never go back to stagnation. See you there. And until then, take care of your field. Abundance is already yours.